bell so you're notified when new videos drop. And I've been watching Star Trek again. No, I haven't. I've been watching Picard. Hush my mouth. I have been not watching Star Trek. I've been watching Picard. It's actually a lot worse now. It's a lot worse. I'm finding it more painful than Discovery, even though Discovery is of breathtakingly low quality. Like, just breathtakingly low quality. Made for, I don't know who, right? I don't know. This one I'm finding even more annoying because they had an episode where it looked like Star Trek and it felt like bloody Star Trek. I'm like, really? Really? So you know how to do it, right? It's not that there isn't hundreds of hours of TV episodes or movies as well of Star Trek showing you. Do that! Some of that! That's what we want. Subvert our expectation, then don't make unwatchable garbage. How about that for a change? No. So they know what Star Trek is, right? Again, they got all the episodes, they can watch them just like you and me. They know what Star Trek is, right? And they made it! But no, they won't do it. Instead, we got Star Trek Immigration, and it's Star Trek Immigration. It's dumb. It's dumb, and it lies. It lies a lot. It basically, yeah. Okay. The thing about Star Trek is this. I think about a lot of these iconic franchises that we love is this. That, it was built from a premise that the Western world was a good place. Was a good idea, and we were a force of good. And when we could see further than our own noses, we were able to work that out. Like, look at that quality of life for so many people, the upward mobility. Not to say capitalism is the be-all and end-all of the universe. I don't think it is. I really don't think it is. But it also had a basic love of Western civilization and of America, right? Especially the original series had a basic love of America. Everything in the entertainment industry now is designed to express a hatred of America, a hatred of Western values, a hatred, and scold you, right? And which is what this episode is, relentlessly. So you got Star Trek Immigration, which is about... It's a propaganda piece to say that we should have open borders because they are just poor, peaceful people who want to come to us with no negative consequence to us whatsoever. There's certainly not literally unlimited child sex trafficking and drug trafficking going. No, let's forget all border laws whatsoever. And they just put out this utter nonsense. I mean, I'm reminded of in the 1930s, a naughty National Socialist from Germany, before they started killing all the Jews, right? They were like, well, we should break people into this slowly. They wanted to kill the handicapped people first, let's start with them. And so they did a propaganda campaign for that, much in the same way that this is a propaganda campaign for all the just the untrue lies that we see coming out of Hollywood and the entertainment industry. So that one, you had like a movie with like big actors and actresses in it about this woman who became mentally ill, right? And how her life was terrible and she longed for death. She longed for the sweet kiss of death, right? And by the end, it was very emotionally manipulative, much like this is. And by the end of it, you walked out going, Oh, euthanasia is a good thing for handicapped people, right? And this is no less disgusting, no less insipid, right? I really, really don't like it. And boy, we've got another 6 weeks and another season of it before they get to start lecturing us with Strange New Worlds. Fine! So we're going to get to the review in a minute. Hit the like button, hit the share button, hit the subscribe. I mean, you've heard pretty much a review of it already. Hit the like button, hit the share button, hit the subscribe button. I'm actually feeling a little bit splendid today. I'm full of all the joys of spring. I just went outside. It was freezing, okay? Frickin' freezing 2 days ago. Well, ice storms. It was absolutely freezing. Yesterday there was like a warm breeze I felt as I was walking the dog. Today, spring's here. I like all the trees that blossom on it. It's lovely, right? It's like birds are cheeping. It's really, really very nice. So, other than that's nice. And unfortunately, I have to go and make this video about Star Trek. What can I tell you? Star Trek Picard. Like, share, subscribe, comment. Let me know what you think. Sign up to my Substack. Sign up to my paid Substack. I don't know why. Just do it. Just do all these things. Listen, they're put millions, probably hundreds of millions into making this garbage Star Trek over the last few years. Throw me a few bucks. How about this? Why don't we have a letter writing campaign to Paramount? Dear Paramount, instead of making your awful Star Trek, just give Tzvi the money. There, right? Well, and I think we're all going to be happy with that, right? I think we're all going to be happy with that. That would be my advice. Anyway, like, share, subscribe, comment, Substack, all those things. A fan, Dabby, double dozy. Let's get to the review. If only it was that good. Right. So, yeah, listen. It's funny. It's funny. They heard all the criticisms from season 1, right? And they earnestly tried to fix them. They did their best, right? They did their best. But here's the thing. They really are not very good writers, and they want to be talking about dystopian futures, right? That's all they really want to do, right? And if they're not able to talk about dystopian futures, they can't do anything else. That's basically it. So now add into that, they're all in Hollywood. They're all freaking insane, right? They're all completely out their bloody minds right now, and they have been for quite some time. You have all their insanity built in as well. So you have this lack of talent, and this we saw the insanity, the Don't Say Gay bill. It's nothing of the kind. It's Don't Prepare Kids to Be Raped bill, right? I mean, I think that seems reasonable. Right? I think it's reasonable not to be grooming children to have sex with them. That's just me for you. Call me a traditionalist, if you will. But that's just where it is. So they tried their best. And they fail. Oh, do they fail? They fail very badly. So if we start off, we go through this like this countryside till we get to La Serena, right? And why? Okay, we're in an alternate universe now. We're in the Mirror universe. We're just not calling it the Mirror universe. We're in a Mirror universe now. But we're not. We're in an alternate timeline. Why do they have La Serena, right? Why? And why can't we have the bloody Stargazer again? Why can't it be a Starfleet? Because they can't do it. So I have no idea where La Serena is right now. It's like somewhere in a forest. That was a plot point we saw. We're going to go back to it, right? But that was a plot point. So they found out from the Bull Queen the Watcher's coordinates. So they're trying to get in contact with anybody, and they can't. And this is meanwhile they go to the clinic where Rios was, Raffi and 709, and like this is such bullshit. I'm sorry. There is no border security whatsoever. This Star Trek immigration is stupid. Much like all of Star Trek, right? Star Trek immigration is stupid. There is no force looking to like just throw evil people. No, again, it's like really you conflate these insane things. It's the at least it says it crash landed in the Chateau Picard. Yeah, I didn't realize that till later in the episode. It was just bad storytelling. Right? So, yeah, I understand. But, starting it's just dumb. Yeah, and it's not based in reality. There are not these... listen, we're talking about stopping child trafficking, but no, more it's amazing. All these leftists, all roads leads to a kid's ass, doesn't it? It's like everything. Oh, yeah, all roads leads to a kid sucking a cock. It's crazy. I mean, I don't know what's up with these people. They're weirdos. But everything, economic policy, let's make everybody bankrupt so we can then screw their children. Really? Why do you go to that? Let's teach kids that it's okay to suck dicks. What? Yes, stunning and brave. Really? Why? No, because maybe they'll suck ours. Yes, I know that's what you want. Immigration policy. Oh, let's just ship lots of unaccompanied children all across the country very, very mysteriously in the middle of the night. Nothing to see here. Everything's fine out. I mean, like, the stuff that's going on is insane. I mean, the stuff we know about, let alone the stuff we don't know about. So anyway, we're in this idiot idea that we're in, like, this dystopian world, right? Because they're talking about right now. And no, this is not, I don't believe this, I'm sorry, this is propaganda. This is no different from the National Socialist in Germany propaganda. And this is how propaganda works. You show people, you don't say, you don't say it, you show it, right? You show it. And they're showing, look, they just left all the records on the floor. They're evil. We hate the brown people. We hate them. We hate nobody. No, you're just a moron, right? You're just a moron. They're like, what'd you expect from ICE? They better go quick before he's, you never see him again because it's not fair. Picard says they need to go somewhere because it's going to get cold at this night. Now they're in a different country, right? Because they got to fix the self-repair, the fix the heaters, right? So they got to go somewhere else. Durand is like, no, we got to go. So they leave, and they just leave the Bald Queen, right? And now, without seeing them trek anywhere, they're suddenly in Chateau Picard. I'm like, oh, so they crash landed the other week in France. I didn't know that, right? And again, they say, oh yeah, no, they're in La Serena. I forgot about it. They're in La Serena, but it's a different one with a convenient cloaking device put in. Like it's so stupid. They're like, oh yeah, because we got to make it safe so nobody finds it. But again, they're leaving the Bald Queen. The Bald Queen, and she's not like it's not like she doesn't have form for unassimilating people, right? I mean, not assimilating civilizations. It's just so dumb. But anyway, they just wanted to go to Chateau Picard. It's dumb that they're in Chateau Picard. It makes no sense. So they also wanted it to be a post-apocalyptic wreck Chateau Picard because they had to leave during World War II because they were fighting the occupation, right? They fight the occupation, and they went to resettle in France and in England, explaining why it's an English accent. I hate it. Leave me alone. So then we have another flashback to young Picard. I remember now. And he's so he's young Picard. He's seeing himself, and he sees his nutty mother, blah, and then you get to see flashes of stuff. So what's happening? Here's a rock. Oh no! And somebody's stealing her. So I mean, who is it? Is it Picard? It's like timed into it's some timey-wimey shit timed in, and he shatters the observatory, and then he's like, no, Picard, help. Maybe it's the Borg. Who knows? Who cares? But it's so what's the word? Cliched, right? So to calm him down, she says, play a song, and they played the song from Inception. It's just stupid. Oh God, it's stupid. And so he's looking at Bowie's back in the past, and he's made a fire, and they're all getting cozy wozy, and they talk bollocks. He points out she keeps picking out things on number 15 on it. So he thinks, history's going to be changed on April 15th, 2024, in 3 days' time. Dun, dun, dun. And Jory says, oh, yeah, that's you're a regular Dixon Hill. I was like, it actually makes it more annoying that they name check real Star Trek in this episode because of what was coming, which is really... I think this was really like a Game of Thrones moment for a lot of people. So then we have the titles. Now we're back in LA. And again, this is weird, right? Because we have this bus scene, right? Which is clearly referencing Star Trek 4, which I have done more than once so far this season, right? And the reference has been quite nice. So it's the same guy, isn't it, from Star Trek 4? Isn't it? It's exactly the same guy doing the same thing. And she said, turn it off. And he's like, yeah, okay then. Okay. That's just whatever. And then they go back to the ship. They go back to the ship to check on the Bald Queen. And so Picard can go to the coordinates. They beam him over there. And then you have this thing going on with Girardi and the Bull Queen. By the way, okay, so with the first episode, which was good. First episode was good. This is shit. First episode had the Bull Queen, a new Bull Queen, when you couldn't see her face, and she was like different, more conciliatory. They were killing people. It's clearly Girardi and Bull Queen have merged, okay? It's clearly that's what's going to happen, right? Who doesn't see this coming? So Picard beams the coordinates, and I don't know why he doesn't know this isn't the coordinate. Like, can't he see where the coordinates are? Like, doesn't he have Google Maps? Right? And he beams the coordinates, and oh look, he's in the same street. He was Ford Avenue and the 10 bar. So they made 10 Ford. So she named 10 Ford after this rather than the other way around. That's just annoying. Okay? And he's like, yes, we're going to see Guinan. We're going to see Guinan. So he goes in to see Guinan. And then this young Guinan comes out. But it can't be young Guinan because we've all seen Time's Arrow. Time's Arrow is season 5, season finale. They go back in time to the 19th century. They meet Mark Twain and Whoopi Goldberg, who looked older than that there. I mean, like, this is just a break of canon, right? It's a total break of canon. In fact, I think Variety talks about it. There's an interview here. Let's go look at that. Variety.com. But it's, I mean, like, I like, why reference Star Trek 4 and have all this stuff you're referencing, and then just don't give a shit about really major bits? I don't understand. Why care about the other stuff and not this, right? I mean, I'm happy for anything that separates this abomination from Star Trek in any way possible. So for me, this works, okay? I'm quite happy about this. So he talks to her and says, oh, it's okay, and she doesn't want to know. And he says, listen, I know you're an Elorian, and he'll race of listeners, right? And then so he starts trying to talk around, but she's not interested. I'm leaving. I'm like, what's going on with you? He says, I'm not. Pulls a gun on him, much like Guinan would do again. But so meanwhile, Seven and Raffi goes to the LAPD to try and find Rios, and they're not very helpful, and they're mean and nasty, and they don't like brown people, even though they're brown people. They're all just mean and nasty. And then this kindly black man tells them, "Oh, he's over at ICE, a different facility. You better get there quick if you want to save him. If you ever want to see him again." Because they just throw them into blenders. That's what happens to any Hispanic person. Okay, I want to be clear. People generally deported are mostly from the gang wars going on over there, aren't they? The cartel wars going on. Who are like, why is the murder rate so massively up in the last 14 months in Texas? Why? Because Biden lets everybody in, right? Defund the police. So this doesn't happen so much because you defunded the police, you idiot morons. Here, 1 second. That's going to be. So they meanwhile in the evil detention center. Who built the cages, Joe? Who built those cages? Do you remember who built those cages? And who are operating those cages? Who are operating them now? Oh, it's you. Not doing Trump, is it? What honestly, them getting their way is the worst thing that could have possibly happened. You remember I used to say the worst thing that could happen for Jodie Whittaker's Doctor Who is the making them and airing it. I think I've been proved right in that. 2 million live viewer. That's pretty bad, isn't it? That's pretty bad. What is this? This is the immigration cages, right? That they put the poor Hispanic people in. Who they do it because they hate them, because they're white people hate the brown people. And you get boy, he says, and he's like, like what's going on? And he starts pushing somebody around them. Rios gets himself tased, and they're like, oh no, the bingo, no, poor Rios. Oh. And the doctor's like, why would you do that, Esse? Esse, why would you do that? You're gonna get. This is what's going to happen here. They don't treat us like people. It's really bad. I'm like, this is bullcrap. It really is. This is propaganda, that the idiotic propaganda, and it's really no different again from that the Third Reich, those naughty National Socialists. You know, one of the first things the multinational socialists wanted to do was they tried to, and they did, they succeeded. They brought in euthanasia for handicapped people, right? Because they weren't Aryan, they were bad look. So so to do it, they had this several movies, but one particularly big one with all the big German stars in it about a woman who gets becomes mentally ill, and she's like how terrible her life is and how she longs to be killed. Right? It's the same thing. It's the same thing. You know? It's just crazy. So this is, again, the concentration camp version of ICE detainees. The guards are inhuman and happy to deport anyone and everyone. No trial, right? Oh, we're so evil. Meanwhile, Guinan talks to Picard, and she goes, well, that's strange. My dog likes you. Doesn't normally warm up to people. And honestly, she doesn't strike me as young Whoopi Goldberg either. Okay. So she's Guinan's leaving Earth because we're busy destroying our planet. So we finished lecturing everybody about ICE, and you lied your asses off during it. So now you're on climate change or climate whatever. And why am I going to believe you? Okay, like, why am I going to believe any of your idiot propaganda? And why am I watching Star Trek, you morons? Don't you remember that first episode? You have spaceships in it and shit and Federation and Star Trek-y stuff, doing Star Trek. Why am I watching that, you cunts? That's all I want to see. I just want to see fucking Star Trek. Really? Is that too much of us? Put the sonic badge on, red shots, and go. It's so easy. Do it. Fans are lining up to do it. No fan films for you. I just want to see the Star Trek. But no. Let me lecture you a bit. Oh, of course the dog likes me because he knows I'm a friend. I've known I'm not a threat. So it's they says like, no, Earth's gonna go. I'm leaving. And she's giving her dog away. That's how bad it is. Oh no, Guinan's giving her dog away. We're busy destroying our planet. The reason you're living in squalor in LA, in San Francisco, the reason you live in squalor is because of bullshit indoctrination like this. Oh my God. On Crowder, they did a change my mind skit thing they put out today where they had one of these leftist liars who have never had to face any accountability for their lies, come and talk to him and just get his ass handed to him over and over and over again in the most humiliating way possible. And he still didn't believe it happened. It's worth seeing. I think the railway's broken. Rabbi ran, set to Rabbi. It is. I just want to see Star Trek, okay? I don't want to see this shit. I want to see Star Trek. Oh man. So anyway, so then Picard is trying to convince her, and he repeats what she said to him in the future, and it makes her nauseous, makes her throw up. It's something that only Elorians can experience, apparently. I said, oh, okay, I better listen to you. Meanwhile, at the police station, okay, this is like the red letter media suggested, and I agree with them completely. Try and imagine what a Starfleet officer would do in any of these situations, right? It's always the opposite of what any of these people are doing. So they leave the police station. They're all mad and pissed off, and Raf is super angry, and I'm just mad. I want to hurt people. Again, don't you remember like when people would be killed in Star Trek and they keep working? It's because they're Starfleet, right? That's what Starfleet was. No, Raffi storms out. Oh, I can't stand it. All these people. I said, you know what we're going to do? We're going to steal this guy. I'm going to break into this car. And you're going to break into the car in the police station next to the people who are actually employed to arrest you for doing that. You want to bring in police guys? And yeah, that's the plan. And says, oh look, I have a phaser. I know we said we wouldn't bring one, but oops, I don't care about any rule because I'm nothing to do with Star Trek or Starfleet, right? So she's phasered into the car, right? And then she breaks into the computer using her tricorder. Looks like an old phone. She could have used that to open the car door, right? And they actually say that. So she says, yeah, I don't care. This is more satisfying. She could have used that to hack into the system. They're trying to find out where Rails is. She could have used that hack into their system. No. Again, this is Starfleet. Really? Starfleet, like, this would not happen, okay? So then she like starts looking up, okay, and it gets really stupid. So it's okay, I can find it because all the 20th century systems are integrated. No, they're not. In fact, ICE definitely doesn't work with law enforcement. Democrat cities don't let them do it, like San Francisco, LA. They're called sanctuary cities. They actively work against the immigration system. And they say, oh, let me look up all Hispanic males arrested. Ay, caramba, there's so many. Oh, no. Oh, we're so terrible. Oh, America's terrible. We're terrible. Everyone's terrible. And then a cop comes out. So 709 gets in the car and said, oh, we got to run. Yeah, now we got to go to the next file. Spikes. I think this is it. Let's see if this is it. Yeah, this is it. So they get in the car. And they said, 7, you got to drive. I'm like, okay, firstly. So they start having a car chase, right? And having a car chase. 709 doesn't know how to drive. It's like, is a familiar vehicle to her? But no, you got to drive, okay? No problem. But then they call Gerard and tell her, fix the transporters. We got to get emergency beam out. There's a system error. Can't do it. The Bull Queen says, oh, I'll help you. She needs like a day, right? But the Bull Queen says, I can do it. So no, we got to drive. Okay, run. And they start this car chase, which is just dumb. So this is, again, they were supposed to keep on the DL, right? They're supposed to keep not so. They're stealing a cop car from a police station and driving it recklessly. And they're complaining how bad the evil authorities are. Maybe don't break the law. I don't know what to tell you. So they start a car chase, and again, how does 7 know how to do this? Right? Can you drive a buggy? Can you drive something from 200 years ago? I don't think you can. It's stupid, right? But no, it's going great. Drive. So there, the chase goes on, and it's just dumb, right? It's just dumb. And the Bull Queen's like saying, I might be able to help you out. If we maybe we can work out a deal. Meanwhile, over at 10 Forward, Picard's trying to commit to, don't leave. You're going to regret it. Humans are coming better. You just got to give us time. And she says, time is a luxury that somebody has time is only a luxury somebody has if they look like you, not like me. I mean, like, really, why do you think we live in this racist country? We don't. Right? Yes, you will find that if you recklessly break the law over and over and over again, you will, it doesn't matter that 709's white, she will be arrested, okay? Is that, because I hate women. It's because they hate women. That's all it is. Again, but they're looking at this devastation from caused by the politics she's espousing. It's so annoying. It's so stupid. It's so delusional. And it's so indicative of what's happening today, right? It's so indicative. This will be an important time capsule for how this crazy time happened, assuming anything survives from this time, right? So now Rios and the doctor talk about getting herself through med school and setting up a clinic because people don't want to go to the hospital because they'll just be picked up and beaten by the ice and thrown into the spice mines of kettle, smashed into who knows what, or something, I don't know. So evil white man comes and lets Doctor go, says, "Hey, your Uber's ready, waiting for you." So they leave. And then he says, "Listen, what about you? Can I get out of this? Only if you want to tell me your name." So he tells him his whole name. He says, "My name's Captain Rios. I'm from the 24th century," or wherever he's from. "And we're here. And this is a bad time zone we're in. It's really bad. But so, it's hard dealing with everybody being so primitive." And then the guy's like, "You're just laughing. You're just making it up," and he leaves. And then more dumb 709 and Rafi Karsha. It'll be so much better if it was that. I don't want to watch this shit. I want to watch Star Trek. Again, red shirts, badges. Just have things go bing. Doors that go shh, shh. Yeah, that's what I want. I don't want this shit. Oh, and they're like, and like, why? Again, why can't we just make it Star Trek? Have you ever thought of that, you idiot cunts? Have you ever thought of that? No. Can't just make Star Trek. It's no what? We got to subvert expectations. But I'm expecting it to be shit. I guess you subverted it on the first one. I guess that makes this more of a kick in the balls, right? Basically, yeah. So car crash. We don't know how to drive, but we're driving anyway because it doesn't matter. Nothing matters. Meanwhile, the evil Homeland Security bus is being loaded up with illegal immigrants who have transgressed the border. I mean, I've never needed to illegally enter a country. Maybe that's a sign you might be wrong. Like, why are you trying to get in then? So meanwhile, Gerard is. They're basically about to start tongue kissing. You know it's going to happen sooner or later. I'm kind of fine with that. So they get everything working. And said, "Listen, this have the whole thing. You are a loner. I'm a loner. We all both are awkward to other people. That's why I created the Borg. We are kindred spirits." And they do kind of start to feel like they're connecting. And she said, "Listen, here's what you get. I will spend time with you. We can be together if you help out. That's what I offer, right?" So meanwhile, he's being sent to the jaws of hell. No, and they're driving, and Gerard is okay, I got it working, but you got to do something you're not going to like. And they go, "What? Stop the car." And they stop the car, say, "Everybody out!" And they beam out from the car. And they go, "Oh, what's going on, dumb police officer?" And now they beam them somewhere, I don't know, to get Rios somehow. And the Borg Queen's like, "You're welcome. You're welcome." Then Gerard is like a real bitch. She's like, "Wait, you owe me stuff." And she's like, "No, I'm going to turn you off." Okay, so Guinan's leave, getting ready to leave. "I don't care, I'm going to leave." And so eventually Picard, who doesn't want to do this so far, tells him his name. He says, "I'm Jean-Luc Picard, former Admiral Starfleet." And she's like, "Oh, shit, really?" And so she's a famous person. And there's watchers waiting to find him, right? I said, "I'm going to take you to the Watcher. They're peppered across the universe to safeguard certain individuals. I guess you're one of them, even though you're out of time. She'll take Picard to the Watcher because let's just say she's going to want to meet him, right?" So this is interesting. So, okay, I'm going to take you to the Watcher. And off they go. "Oh, yay, we're going to the Watcher." And said, "Are you friends?" "No, she hates me. She said she's going to kill me." So they take him to the park, and they're waiting for the Watcher to show up, and they talk a little bit more. And he said, "Listen, I'm going to go because the Watcher hates me." And this little girl with glowing eyes comes up and says, "Come with me." And she's like, "Okay," and I'm going to leave. Bye, catch you later. And she goes with the little girl. And he said, "Give me your communicator." So, "Well, I'm stranded without it." Says, "Okay, just take the power cell out then." "Okay, no power cell for you. So let's just take any vestige of Star Trek away." Then her eyes go normal. She walks away, and the bung vendor, whoever he is, says, "Go that way." So he keeps going. They tell him to go this way, and then basically this entity keeps jumping in and out of people until he meets her. And I know this is a big deal, and this is something I'm supposed to recognize. I have no clue. Like, who the hell is this? Right? It looks kind of like Deanna Troi, but it's not. Right? And so I actually Google who he says. Maris, so I put Star Trek Picard Maris. I got the wrong thing, and it comes out Laris. This is the Irish chick that wanted to shag him in the first episode, and he was too much of a pussy to say yes, right? And she was definitely up for some wild sex, but she was a Romulan at the time, so you know that was going to get crazy. So it's Laris, right? But human Laris. So, and he said, "You, what are you doing here?" He said, "Laris, what are you doing?" And they said, "Come with me." And she makes a box of smoke, and it vanishes, and they go away. So this actually kind of strikes me that I bet this is going to. This seems like similar technology to Gary 7. I bet they're going to tie that in somehow, right? I bet they're going to tie that in. Maybe. It seems like that. Meanwhile, will 2024 revive space exploration? Reads Q as he sees this hot woman walk around, and he's about to change her mood and, I don't know, make her horny or something. I don't know. Maybe I was just horny because I looked at her. I was like, yeah, okay. And he goes, I'm going to get in your head and do something crazy. And he snaps, and nothing happens. Like, nothing happens. His snap doesn't work. And he goes, well, this is disturbing. Again, we can't have fun Q, right? We can't have Q with a mariachi band. Hey, Q's a fun. No. It's got to be dour. Got to be dour Trek. It's like, why? That's just like, why? Why does everything have to be dour Trek, right? I don't understand. It's not even Star Trek. Can we just, again, look at the first episode. You know what Star Trek is. I don't know why you didn't do it. It's a bit weird that you didn't do it, quite frankly. I don't know why they broke canon with Guinan, but they kept cut canon with the punk rock guy from the bus from Star Trek 4. I don't understand this. There's so much I don't understand. What I don't understand is why are we getting another season of this? Why, like, oh God, why can't you just make Star Trek? I mean, really? How hard is that? You want to make money out of Star Trek. I want to watch Star Trek. It seems to be we have a mutual goal. No, I don't know. One of the mysteries of the world. It's not good. It's not fun. It's not funny. It's not good. It's not good at all. There you go. There you go. Or Star Trek for you. That's what they call Star Trek Picard. Season 2, episode 4. Watcher. What a piece of unwatchable shit. Like, share, subscribe, comment, join my Substack, and I don't know. Be nice to one another. That's probably good advice.